So these are some common example of protista, and here as you see that there is so much variation in the locomotory organ, means they having the different type of locomotory organ. So now move on towards the nutrition, how the nutrition occur and what type of nutrition occur in amoeba. First we start with the means types of nutrition. So in amoeba the nutrition, or in protista not amoeba, sorry, amoeba is an example, means is a one organism which is included in the kingdom protista. So we just right now we are talking about nutrition in protista or protists. So nutrition can be autotrophic, heterotrophic, or parasitic. All of you mute yourself, and I don't know why you are talking. Why not concentrating in class? Why you diverted your attention towards another different things? Sit in a corner and just don't be busy with other things. Concentrate in class. Then only it will be helpful for you. Otherwise, it's just useless. And whatever I'm saying, you just try to note down all the things. So, no, nutrition can be autotrophic, heterotrophic, and parasitic. Autotrophic means, as we know, autotrophic that they can make their food. Heterotrophic, they depend on other organisms to get their food. And parasitic, they develop, means they what you can say, they live and derive their nutrition from the living organism. So this type of nutrition, all the three type of nutrition you can be seen in the kingdom protista. Like euglena. Euglena is autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Means the chloroplast which is present in the euglena that helpful to make its food in presence of sunlight. Means whenever the euglena is under the sunlight, it can make its own food. It's autotrophic, but when the sunlight is not there, when euglena is in the darkness, then it can derive food from the surrounding. So euglena can be autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Understood? Hmm? Yes. What? What do you want to say? Yes, say. My screen is not visible. Should should okay. So euglena is an example, means that can derive its food through the autotrophic and as well as heterotrophic way. So it can be autotrophic and heterotrophic. It can make its food, and it can be means in absence of sunlight. It can derive food from the surrounding also. So in some of the organism of this kingdom, they are heterotrophic, like paramecium and amoeba. They are heterotrophic and they just feed on the microscopic organism, the small organisms such as bacteria, algae, and other those microscopic organisms are there. They just derive their food from them. Parasitic protists, they are as we know, the parasites are the organism which live on another living organism, and as well as they derive their nutrition from the same living organism. Means they live as well as they derive their nutrition from the living organism, and that living organism is known as host. Are you getting it? So generally the parasitic protists are harmful because they cause diseases in animal, human being, like in human being. Yes, yes. Don't touch the screen and just try to concentrate what I'm saying. Try to means try to understand the things which I'm explaining you instead of doing the useless activity. So in the malaria caused by this protista only. And amoeba also causes amoebiasis in human being. So these parasitic protists are actually the harmful because they causes diseases. This is the type of nutrition. The three types of nutrition you can be seen in the kingdom Protista: autotrophic, heterotrophic, and parasitic protists. Now, Abu Bakr Huzafa, tell me how many type of nutrition you can be found. You can be found in kingdom Protista. Yes, Abu Bakr Huzafa. Tell me the types of nutrition which is uh, which is found in Protista, kingdom Protista. Autotrophic, 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 auto, autotrophic, protist, heterotrophic, protist, hmm. Protist, hmm. Parasitic protist, hmm. Muhammad Umar, explain autotrophic nutrition in kingdom protista. Yes, autotrophic means they can make their own food themselves. Okay, Zubia. Now, means like you are able to connect the class. You are having some network problem. Zubia, am I audible to you? Zubia, am I audible to you? Yasir Raza. Yasir Raza, explain hydrotrophic nutrition and kingdom protista. Quickly tell me. Afsha, you tell me. Afsha. Explain hydrotrophic nutrition and kingdom protista. Heterotrophic. Hetero. Not hydro. Hetero. Hmm. What is hydrotrophic nutrition? Quickly tell me. Hmm? It's not clear. Ilma Danish. Ilma Danish. Ilma Danish. No, I'm not audible to you. Ariba Khan. Ataul Walid. Ariba. Okay, Ariba Khan, tell me this. Parasitic nutrition in Kingdom Protista. Quickly. Parasitic nutrition, what does it mean? They derive their nutrition from other organism and they live as well on the same organism only. Means they live and they derive the nutrition from the living organism. What does it mean? Parasitic means they live on the other organism or inside the other organism, and as well as they derive their nutrition also from the same organism. Yes, quickly tell me. Okay, fine. Let's start. Structure of amoeba. Here, as you can see, this is amoeba. So you can see that it is irregular shape. It's not a specific shape. Like if you see here, paramecium or the euglena here, they are having the specific shape. But when you say amoeba, it's just irregularly shaped body, and it's covered by a thin membrane. Here, just who is using this my screen? So this is the membrane, the brown color membrane. This is called plasma membrane, or you can say cell membrane. And the here inside is this is all this is all is cytoplasm, and that is also divided into two, ectoplasm and endoplasm. The outer means that's divided. I will show you 1 minute. That the outer side one is ectoplasm and inner side one, that is endoplasm. So the cytoplasm, that is divided into two, ectoplasm and endoplasm. Now, so the outer membrane is cell membrane, inner to it cytoplasm, and cytoplasm is divided into two, ectoplasm and endoplasm. I'll block you if you will continue this using the screen and making my screen dirty. Are you listening? Don't use this screen. Just look at it and listen carefully what I'm saying and note down the points which I'm telling. So here, this is the endoplasm which contains nucleus. This one is the nucleus. This one is nucleus. This is cell membrane. This is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm get divided into two, ectoplasm and endoplasm. Endoplasm is having nucleus because nucleus is almost in middle of it. So this is the structure of amoeba. And the endoplasm also contains contractile vacuole. This is contractile vacuole. Here, this is contractile vacuole. And this actually regulate the water content of the cell. Are you getting it? So this is a regular shaped structure. This is covered by the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. Inside it, the cytoplasm. I'll ask you. I'm explaining you again and again. I'm telling you again and again, and I'll ask you then. So in the endoplasm, that nucleus is there, and there the contractile vacuole is also there, which regulate the water content of the cell, and several food vacuoles are also there. These are the food vacuoles. How it forms, that I will tell you when I will teach you the what you can say nutrition and amoeba. So I will tell you how these food vacuoles are formed. So this is the structure of amoeba, and we know that these finger-like projections are pseudopodia, and they can be what you can say increase in any desired direction where they want to move. So they helpful in movement. Understood? And these pseudopodia help in engulfing the food also. They are not only helpful in the movement or locomotion, they also helpful to engulf the food particles also. How they engulf the food particle, that I will explain you in detail when I'll teach you nutrition in amoeba. Right now I'm telling you structure only. So these are the some part of the amoeba. Okay. So Mohammed, then tell me the different part of the amoeba. Yes, different part of amoeba. Just raise your hand. Who will explain it? Ariba Fatma. Yes. Ariba Fatma.